Now this thing is old. All it says is Alpha air conditioning. Looks like it was blue. A light blue of some kind. Now it's authentic rust color, but still very solid. It's still really heavy. It's got the super old school oil bath kind of bearing. There's no wick inside this bearing at all. Like, you know, here's your sleeve bearing, and then that cavity where, like on electric motors that are sleeve bearing, they'll have a hole at the top of the sleeve bearing and then just a bunch of wick packed around it. And then you add your oil, and you know, that oil just absorbs into that wick and then wicks through that hole in the bearing and keeps it all lubed, right? But this one is totally different. There's no hole on that bearing, and this is purely just a cavity that you just fill plumb full with oil. And that oil's just intended to keep that sleeve bearing impregnated with oil. So these ones, if you fill them up, they'll actually stay full. Although they will drain very, very slowly as the oil kind of wicks through and whatever. This one seems to have gone down. Yeah, I was just baffled by that. I thought it would have had a hole in the top of the sleeve bearing. I thought it would have just acted like one of these kind. I highly doubt any of you are really into barrel fans, and well, to be honest, I'm not really into them either, but I sure love hoarding them because they just work amazing for exhaust fans. Although I guess I should add, not legal exhaust fans. Insurance companies sure don't like them, that's for sure. Like I said before, it's not the original motor. Unfortunately, this name tag is just beat right up. It looks like it was A.O. Smith AC motor. I don't know, I've never seen a motor like this before. It's a 1/3 horsepower. It's just barely got it written somewhere. Doesn't matter. Seems to work. It does make kind of an odd buzz, which I'll show you in a bit here. But I've seen motors buzz like that for years and it don't affect nothing, so. Of course, this belt developed kind of a bent spot where it sits on the pulley for a while, so like most of these fans, I guess. After a while, that rhythmic thumping kind of goes away once the belt warms up. But the bearings on this blower are a little bit worn. It's got a little bit of play and you can hear it lightly rattling, especially once it warms up more. You can hear it a little bit, but mostly all you're hearing is this thumping from the belt here. Even with this thing only spinning that fast, she's just blasting out the air. Kitty doesn't want to go through the air path. Hey? Come over here. Nope, she's avoiding the fan. Careful, I always get worried about her with her tail by one of these belts. Boy, that would suck if she caught it in that pulley. Look at that, eh? Just blast this sand right out the door. You can actually see where it pushed all the sand from starting it here. You can almost see it. It's like a clean spot. And it all just piled up right here. Yeah, it'll take a long time for that belt to stop thumping like that. I don't know what it is, but just the sound of one of these motors just sitting there running all by itself is just such a mesmerizing sound. I actually have a video of taking that thing apart and cleaning it all up. I just never edited the footage and uploaded it on YouTube yet. You can see I have that adjustable pulley just cranked wide open like that. So the fan spins really slow. That's the whole beauty of these belt drive barrel fans. You don't have to have a restriction to use them. You just gotta slow the blower down a little bit by opening up one of these pulleys, or just straight up buying a small pulley for the motor. You don't need no restriction or nothing, but a direct drive you actually have to restrict the amount of airflow that leaves the fan, or else the fan spins too slow and it overamps the motor.